TC number 379, 5 seconds. Start. Mr. Deputy Chairman, I understand the difficulty of the Honorable Law Minister in sponsoring a motion of this kind because actually it relates to certain subjects which are not in his charge. Yet I do not know how he can get away from it. That is my difficulty because, after all, he has come here with an amending bill and he has asked us to invest the government with certain powers which, according to the High Court of Kolkata, the government does not possess, namely the power of the government to act as the buyer and compel the seller to sell to the government under the provisions of this measure. Therefore, naturally, the question arises as to how the government will function as a buyer, as a personality who buys in the market. The behavior of the government as a buyer in the food market is in question today, and that is a subject matter of discussion. I am therefore entitled to know as to how you will function because it is not merely a question of food for the people but also a question of public funds that will be placed at your disposal to buy. I would also be interested in finding out at what price you are buying and whether you are buying sufficiently. These are some of the issues for me to discuss in connection with this measure. I am not going to enter into the other aspect of the food situation. Now, sir, the judgment of the Kolkata High Court has been referred to. Yesterday, we read it in the press that the High Court has finally given its judgment holding those orders ultra vires the Constitution or whether it is. Anyway, this bill empowers the government of West Bengal to buy. Now, I will cite how this thing arose. On the 28th August last, the government of West Bengal carried out certain raids on certain rice mills in Kolkata. In and around Kolkata, about 40 of them, and they secured about 20,000 tons of rice. Naturally, they wanted to buy under the Essential Commodities Act. Their action was cautioned by the rice milliners. Now, out of this, the whole controversy has arisen, and this bill also relates to that aspect of the matter. Now, the position seems to be like this. Here, I would not mind if the government have this power. For the last 3 years or so, we have been carrying horse over this matter, but our wise leaders of the government did not think it necessary until they had a crisis developing of such dimension that they could not escape buying. Not only that, they had to carry out certain raids in the Kolkata godowns. There again they proceeded in a very halting manner. Everyone knows that in Kolkata hoards are much larger, much greater than those found by the raids of the 28th August. My charge against the West Bengal government, and for that matter against the government of India, is that we passed the measure in all good faith when the bill was brought here last time, but the government failed to discharge its responsibility towards the people and they have failed to find food for the people. It was only when the picture of famine became very grim before their eyes, only when man and woman from the countryside of West Bengal dragged out of their huts and homes towards the city for a morsel of food to pick up from the dustbins some grains of food. Only then did the government realize that something had gone wrong. Sir, it was only when starvation deaths began to be reported from all over West Bengal and from other parts of the country, only when district and after district, area after area, division after division drifted under the shadow of approaching famine that the government realized that they had to act and go in search of food. It was not until then that they raised their little finger. I strongly accuse the government of dereliction of duty. I accuse the government of not using the measure which the parliament put in their hands. I accuse the government of not using the weapon which we gave them in order to secure food for the people. They gambled with the food of the people. Here is the picture of how the West Bengal government has acted. We do not know what other hoards are lying where. Am I to understand what West Bengal is passing into the green shadow of a mine and that only 20,000 tons of rice is held in the godowns? Am I to understand that there are no more hoards lying in the hands of the tradesman and businessman not only in the city but also in the rural areas so as to have brought about this situation? I would ask the government to explain. Why are they buying only in the urban areas? Are they utilizing this power in the rural areas also?